Let's get back to a little bit of Major League Baseball. Overnight line movers, FPRodds.com, the single best place on the internet to check those line moves since they're always moving. And how about this, Teddy? The Orioles, what a shocker, continue to be major underdogs. And today, no different. Austral markets open up minus 215 and head north of 230. Teddy, this is a home team getting 2-1 at home here as we sit total of 10.5 Sabathia versus Straley.
Well, you want the Orioles today?
Nope.
Me neither. Neither do the markets. You know, of course, in last night's loss, Baltimore set an all-time MLB record, the fastest ever pitching staff to allow 100 home runs. That came in 48 games. The history of Major League Baseball, 2000 KC Royals had the previous mark. That was 57 games, okay? In all the history of baseball. So Baltimore is not just worse, they're way worse pitching staff. And Straley is a guy that everyone wants to bet against. You know, he hasn't lasted more than 4 1/3 in his last 4 starts. Baltimore's bullpen behind him is a disaster, and the Yankees lineup is on fire. Yeah, I can understand the support for the Bronx Bombers. Even have to lay minus 160 on the run line with the Yankees today. That might be the better way to approach this game.
Teddy, let's up the ante here with the Houston Astros favored by 300 or more for the second straight day. Picked up an easy victory yesterday. Coming back for more here, the White Sox and the Astros, minus 330s to minus 340s, a total of 8.5. Nova versus Cole. On paper, once again, a huge mismatch. But these are outrageous numbers that we're looking at today, Teddy.
Honestly, I think it's short on Houston. You know, we are talking about the best team in baseball, the Astros. You know, you make case for the Dodgers or whoever else. Houston's the best team in baseball right now. With their ace on the hill, you know, Garrett Cole, he leads the majors, 93 strikeouts, just shut down the Red Sox in his last outing. You know, has been absolutely dominant. Houston's lineup's on fire. They won, 12-1 their last 13 ball games. And they're doing that without Altuve and Springer in the lineup. Both guys should be back later in the week. And they're going up against a bottom feeder team with one of the worst starters in Major League Baseball, and Ivan Nova. Give up 9 runs again. That's the second time in the last month Nova allowed 9 runs in a game in his last outing. You can understand the price. You can understand why even at minus $3, Houston's taking money.
Porcello and the Sox get a little bit of early action here on Wednesday, Teddy. Getting filleted yesterday by those Blue Jays. But if you take a look today, open up at 140, now up to 160. Total of 9.5. It's going to be Rick Porcello versus Aaron Sanchez in the Dome. Let's see if they can bounce back here, because as we know, Toronto, not exactly great at putting win streaks together, Teddy.
Yeah. I mean, I just talked a minute ago about the Bucks and how good they've been off a loss, you know, to the tune of 22-1 straight up prior to last night's loss to Toronto. The Blue Jays are the other end of that spectrum. The Blue Jays haven't won 2 in a row since they swept Oakland back, the last week of April. You know, it's been a while. That's 2 in a row. You know, 1 win and they lose. 1 win and they lose. You know, Aaron Sanchez is a guy that's dealing with blister problems. He had blisters in his last outing, although the one thing with Sanchez, he's saying it's happening more in cold conditions. That's not going to happen, obviously, in the climate-controlled Rogers Center. But we are talking about a hurler with a 6.30 ERA, and he's 0-3 in 4 May starts. And, you know, Porcello's been pretty good, although he had 2 very ugly starts in Toronto last year. And for his career, he's got an ERA over 5.50 going against these Blue Jays. So I can understand the Boston money, not my money.